Hi, it's been a while, but let's just jump right into it. Here's a game that I was working on for the past week, and actually, no, there's some things I want to talk about first. This video is now several weeks late. I don't even know. It's been a while, and I hate that. So let me explain something. I realized that I never really explained what this whole 1 week project was about. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I only mentioned it once in the video description of the very first video, and then I just never went back into it. Part of the reason I didn't really explain this before is because the people I've been talking to about this project already knew everything about it, and this entire thing was meant to be more of a vlog than it was an entertaining film. But now a couple of things have changed. I've always enjoyed making and sharing stories. Now though, I've realized that I really enjoy making videos. The first 2 chapters were just filming anything and everything I did, and I tried to find an interesting way of stitching them together. It was a fun exercise that's probably useful for actual vlogging, but it doesn't really make for a very cohesive story. So I want to take that storytelling aspect a lot more seriously, and that involves context. So here it is. 1 week. This is a project that's going to be going on for the entire summer, hopefully longer. But yeah, it's me doing a different thing every week, and I have 1 week to do it and no more. By doing this weekly project thing, I end up getting to more of what I want to do, and I also don't let any one thing keep me busy for a lot of my time. So yes, it does mean that I might not get to dive really deeply into like a really interesting topic. I might just like skim the surface, but I'll be skimming a lot of surfaces, and I think that is pretty valuable because at the end of the day I can come back and like work on things for longer. But I do want to get to other things. I want to try a lot of things out. But about 2 weeks ago, things started going wrong. I won't get into too much detail, but here's a bit of what was on my plate. Right now, I'm working at a startup, then getting off of the high of making the first 2 videos. I ended up filming a talent show of sorts that my friends had, and then I started to edit and upload those, and there's about 25 videos to do, and so far it's taken me like a week to do 5. Then there was some coding things that I was trying to help a bunch of people out with, and there's a summer course I'm taking, and then I was practicing dancing for a small event, and now I've been working on the video for this week and for next week, and that's not even mentioning friends, family, and my own time. And fun fact, at that time the game was going to be about a sticky boy. The main mechanic was going to be this little character that you have, and you could like bounce onto like different surfaces and stuff, and like he would just like stick onto them. It's like even if like that was like a bullet being shot, like he'd just jump on it and like he wouldn't get hurt, he'd just keep moving. I even got my one of my friends to do some character designs, and then the weekend went by and I had nothing done. So then I decided to make a completely different video, a video about video games, which is something that I've always wanted to do and will do at some point in the future, because once again I just did not have time to go through all the script, the screenshots, captures. So at this point I switched to plan C, which was choreographing and dancing and teaching one of my friends how to dance to a song, except our schedules never aligned, so that plan also had to get scrapped. And at this point it was several days through the following week and I still had nothing. So then I decided to do 2 things. The first was dedicate an entire solid week to doing a backflip, but more about that in next week's video. And the second thing I decided to work on was making a different and vastly more simple to make game. So yeah, now let's talk about this game. So arguably games that are super easy to make but also super fun to play are arcade style game. Why? Well, there are a bunch of YouTube channels dedicated to that. Highly recommend you check them out. But essentially it's because they keep it simple by showing you like a single mechanic, like jumping from place to place, or like moving around and eating things in a screen, or like just dropping a ball and seeing where it lands. Simple thing, but then they introduce challenges, they introduce more challenges as you keep playing, and they test your ability, they test your finesse. So yeah, you get this really interesting mix of simple yet challenging. Now, I couldn't create a challenge if I didn't have what I wanted my mechanic was, so decided to work on that first. My mechanical choice was kind of a ball and chain kind of thing. This is the chain and this is the ball, and you would control the chain, and the movement of the chain would lead to these unexpected movements and patterns and interesting gameplay. So I started work on the chain, and it did not go well. Anyway, I ended up finding code snippets online of people implementing their own follow mechanic, and I copied and modified their code for my own purposes. Now I wanted to put some enemies in the game, so made some sprites for them, figured out how triggers worked in Unity, made the enemies slowly move towards the player's position, and then destroyed both objects in the event that they both collided. I would create enemies based on a timer and increase their speed and accuracy as the time went on. The enemies actually ended up being almost exactly what I wanted them to be. Full disclosure, I wanted my game to look like missiles. It's a game I've had on my phone for years. It's amazing fun. It's simple and ever so satisfyingly challenging. Oh my gosh. Like dodging those missiles, making them hit each other, so fun. I could easily have spent several more days polishing the game and making it the ideal version of what I wanted it to be. But it had been over 2 weeks since my last upload, or my last project even, and at this point I needed to cut myself off in order to do some of the other things that I wanted to do this summer. So I did. And here's what the game looks like right now. And honestly, I'm pretty darn proud. And I look forward to getting back to it in a couple of weeks. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I've learned that I need to structure my time better than just saying 1 week. I also need to do fewer things at the same time. I'll figure it out in the weeks to come. But now, huge shout out to Stephanie for the amazing music partway through the video, and thank you for watching, and keep trying things. Yeah.